Casey in the kitchen. Today I'm here to talk to you about our Deluxe cooking blender. So tonight for my family, I am going to be making tomato basil soup. So this actually comes in the cooking guide for the blender, showing off the blender because guess what? It's on sale this month. Plus you can get it at a really great deal when you host a party. And yes, you still have time to host a party this month. So this is Belinda, my blender, and we're making tomato basil soup. So the difference between this blender and other blenders out on the market is it actually has a heating element inside of here. So not only can you make your smoothies in the morning, you can grind up coffee with it, you can grate cheese, you can make peanut butter, but you can also do things like soups, homemade jam, you can make hummus in here, and it has a heated wash setting so that when everything's done, you know, like that nacho cheese sauce and gravy that you're gonna make in this blender, yuck on the cleanup, right? This makes it so easy. You add the water, the soap, and it's done. All right, so let me show you how I'm gonna put this together. Again, the cooking guide, it's gonna tell you exact steps on this, lots of different soups and recipes inside of here. So we're just gonna take the lid off and it's gonna sing to us. So down inside of here, I'm just gonna add in a half of an onion. I've got 2 Roma tomatoes. I'm just dumping those down in here. The great thing about this, it knows when to blend, it knows when to heat. It's a smart blender. I also like to call him Smarty Marty, just depending on what I want to nickname my appliance on the day. So we've got our onion, we've got our tomato. I'm gonna add in a little bit of broth. I'm also gonna add in some fresh garlic with our garlic press here. So I'm just gonna put that down inside of there. I don't have to peel this or anything. Squeeze that together, scrape it out with our little tool in the back here. Would you guys believe I was a terrible cook when I started this business 17 years ago? Like terrible, real bad. I didn't even know how to use fresh garlic. Good thing for Pampered Chef, it taught me all about cooking. I'm gonna add in some Italian seasoning. I'm gonna use the lid here. The lid to our seasonings and rubs is a tablespoon, so I'm doing about a half a tablespoon of this. A little bit of salt from our salt and pepper grinder. And lastly, I'm gonna add in a can of tomatoes. So you can do whole tomatoes, you can do diced. I am doing diced today because that's what I have. So 28 ounces, I'm gonna take our smooth edge can opener. Go ahead and open that up. Love using this. No sharp edges whatsoever. All right, so you go all the way around, then back a quarter turn to separate those 2 circles again because the lip of the can goes right in between here. Then we're gonna go ahead and grab onto the edge, lift up, and no sharp edges, okay? So we're just gonna dump that down inside of there. And guess what? We're ready to start the blender. Super easy. By the way, do you know that it won't work unless you have the lid properly in place? Lifesaver. Ever had one of those days? I've had those days. Okay, so now we can pick our setting here. We have smoothie, alternative milk, the grind setting, the heated wash. Over here we have soup, heated puree, jam, and sauce. We are gonna do the soup setting, of course. And push start. It's gonna do its job. It's gonna mix, heat, heat. It knows what to do, when to do it. It's a smart blender. And I'll come back with the finished product. While that's cooking, I'm gonna go make some grilled cheese sandwiches. Sounds good, yeah? Okay, be right back. All right, we're back. The tomato basil soup is done. It took about 30 minutes of it blending and cooking. It got up to the right temperature, over 200 degrees. Like I said, everything's right here in this booklet. It is called tomato basil soup. However, I didn't use basil this time. I actually used our Italian seasoning, so season it however you want to. So this is done, ready. Meanwhile, I made my grilled cheese sandwiches. It's beeping at me. It'll keep beeping at you until you go and take the lid off or hit cancel or anything, just to remind you it's ready, it's done. So we're gonna go ahead and take that lid off. Now, another thing you can do with your soup, you can see how nice and hot that is. I'm just gonna add in a little bit of heavy cream. You can add in whatever you want and however much you want. And I'll just show you our pulse option here on the side. And you can just hold that down as long as you want to. Sometimes when I'm grinding up coffee or Parmesan cheese to make what we call shaky cheese, right, that you put on spaghetti and stuff, I just use the pulse. Otherwise, I can choose which setting I use. So this is ready for everybody to eat along with our grilled cheese sandwiches. So there is soup in our Deluxe heated cooking blender. So I hope you enjoy this. And remember, you can get this for half price when you host a party. Talk to you guys later.